Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm JK Donuts and today I'm going to be doing a story time. I think this is my first story time that I'm going to put up. So this is going to be the story of my visa photo faux pas, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to do some alliteration, but I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, yeah, so for my move here, I actually had to get some visa pictures taken. It was getting very close to my leave date, so I had to go ahead and get the ball rolling. So I just Googled, I was like, where do they take visa pictures at? And yeah, this place popped up. It was an hour away from where I lived, but you know, like the whole CVS photo thing, they wouldn't cut it the way that I wanted it to. They cut like passport photos, and the visa is a little bit different. It has different dimensions than the passport photo. So yeah, I decided to just do the straight visa route and to go to this place an hour away. So basically, yeah, I drove there. I'd, you know, gotten ready and everything. It was a building that was kind of like tucked away a little bit. It was, you know, kind of one of those like outdoor kind of mall things where there's like a bunch of storefronts and there's like a random grocery store, you know, like in the middle of everything. That's where this place was, and it was kind of so hidden. Like there wasn't a big sign or anything, so I'm like, am I in the right place? Like I feel weird, but I parked anyway, and then I started walking around. Got into the place, and it was just you know, a man sitting there, an older man, and there was like a fan blowing, and this man was a very interesting character. I got in there, and he just joyful man, just joy, you know, radiating off of this man, and yeah, so he just like seemed like really excited. So so I walked in, and we had just, you know, he had started talking to me about like where I was going and why and all that stuff, and I'm like, okay, cool, but like, can I get my visa picture though? Like that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm paying you for. But yeah, he really wanted to like talk, I guess. But yeah, so he had known about, you know, the place that I wanted to go to, and he was, I don't know if he was Korean or if he just like knew about South Korea or what, but he was kind of like talking about it for a while, and I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, how about that photo though? But yeah, we got around to, oh, okay, so a little bit of context. I was wearing, and this isn't a whole like, oh, but what was she wearing thing. Like, that literally does not matter. Like, get that out of your brain. But just for context, for like, you know, what's gonna happen later in the story, I was wearing, I may put a picture up here, I don't know, but like, yeah, I was wearing a light blue and white striped button down and a gray undershirt, and I had some light blue jeans on. They were skinny jeans, and then they had like rips around the knee area. Okay, this is important for the story. There was like a mirror there that I could check out how everything was beforehand, and he was like, yeah, look in that mirror, make sure everything is fine. And he was like, are you gonna take this off? And that was the button down, the, you know, more professional shirt that I was wearing, because this was just, because the undershirt was just a gray one, and it was just straps, like literal spaghetti strap. And I was like, no. And he was like, okay. And so yeah, we went around the counter into, and it was kind of like parted off from the front. The front counter was, there was a barrier between that and the like photo setup, you know. So it looked pretty professional, everything. It had like the light and everything, and the background and the stool. And yeah, so I went and sat down there. He had like went to go set up his laptop or something before he took the picture. So yeah, and all this time he was kind of like making comments about you know, my physicality, I guess. He actually called me, what did he call me? Did he call me Miss USA? Or he called me like Miss America or something like that? And yeah, he was like, you're so pretty. You're like Miss USA. And I'm like, okay, thanks. Still not really thinking too much of it. I was just like, this is just like a friendly old man, you know? Yeah, so I was like sitting there, he was saying this stuff, and I was like, okay, it's starting to get uncomfortable. You know, like whenever people talk about how you look, you know, constantly, it's like, okay, what is this? What's happening? I don't like it. You know, it gets a bit uncomfortable. So I was just ready to take my picture and get out of there. And it's not like just the compliment part of it. I know some people be like, take the compliment, but like, you don't understand. To be like a relatively small framed person in a kind of like dark secluded area, because like this part back here was like kind of dark too, with a grown man who you do not know from a hole in the wall basically is already weird, and then he's like, you know, complimenting you a lot is it feels a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, so I was like already like, he walks, you know, from the laptop, you know, on the left. So yeah, he like kind of gets, you know, right in my face with the camera. that wasn't even to take the picture. He was just like, you know, in my face with the camera, and I'm like, okay, what are you doing? But he was still talking about South Korea. He was like, yeah, they're pretty conservative and everything over there. And I was like, yeah, I know. That's why, you know, I chose to keep this thing on. He had said, yeah, I don't know how they're gonna feel about this knee hole, this like hole in your knee. And then he literally, this grown man takes his entire hand and puts it in my knee hole of my pants. So his hand is up here, like, because I had the rip right here. Boom, his hand. And nobody knew where I was. It was dark. I did not know this man from anybody. It was so weird, and he did it like quick too, so it was hard for me to react. I was like, and then I had to like get it together to look you know, normal for a picture. And then I was like, oh my god. And then like he had to get in my face like again to take the picture, but he was a little bit further this time because, you know, you can't be this close to somebody taking a picture. I like, oh god, he was just really all up in my space. And like, you know, Miss Rona was out here too. I'm just like, sir, please, 50,000 feet, please. Oh god. But anyway, yeah, so after that I was like, oh my god. And then like he cut the pictures for me, and then, you know, I paid him, and then I was on my way. Oh my god. And then like I had kind of like put a little bit of the story on my Instagram story, and then people were like, oh my god, like why do these weird people keep like gravitating towards you? And I'm like, I don't know. And then I was like, I'm glad I'm not gonna have to go back there again. Fast forward a couple of days, I decided to look up the visa requirements, just to, you know, cross my T's and dot my I's, like all of them. So that wasn't the size that I needed, and I also needed more. So I had to go back to the same man who so unceremoniously decided to place his paw on my leg inside of my pants. Yeah. But I was like, no conversation, go in, go out, tell him what you want beforehand. Because like he had already taken the picture, so I was like, I don't know if it's like standard or if that's just like how he is, but I'm sure he still has my picture on file. So, oh, did I just do like a hand heart? But like I was like, he probably still has my picture on file. So I called and he was like, "Oh, I remember you, Miss America or Miss USA or something like that." And he was like, "Yeah, I still got your pictures." And I was like, "Of course you do." So I had to drive all the way back there, dreading every second. I was like, "Oh my God, I can't wait to be back home. Like, I don't want to be around this again." But yeah. So whenever I got there, there was actually another person in there too who was getting like some visa stuff, I guess. And it was a woman, like an obviously grown woman, which was so good. An obviously grown black woman, so like I always feel safe whenever I see like older black women around. But yeah, so she was there and he was like taking care of something with her. So he had already had my stuff like all cut out and printed and in an envelope and stuff. So I basically just like went in, like got my stuff paid and left. So that's what I did. My phone has been blowing up so much since this move. Like before it was dry. I'm not even gonna say that. It was just real dry. But now it's just like but anyway, yeah, so I just, kind of got my stuff paid and left. I knew he wanted to like have conversation. He was like trying, but I was cutting it short, real short, because ain't no way I was gonna be in there with this man with nobody else there. Like I don't know how much longer he had with that lady, but I was about to skedaddle. So that's what I did. And then like I put it on my Instagram story and I was like, I had to see the man again, and people were like, no. See, and I don't want to like put his name or like the place of business or anything, because I don't know who watches these videos. I don't know who's gonna find it and then be like, oh no, you're not gonna talk about my daddy like that. It's like, but your daddy shouldn't have been touching me. But anyway, yeah, it's just very strange. But I guess the moral to the story would be, if you have to get some stuff done, try to take somebody with you. Try to take somebody with you. And I know, like, I'm a very independent person. I like to, just go. I don't like to have to wait for other people to, get ready or, meet up with me, or, like I've dealt with some flaky people in the past who, if you make plans with them, then, at the last minute they bail, so you have to go by yourself anyway. Not dealing with any of that, or I don't like to deal with any of that, but like try to go with somebody else, yeah. But yeah, so I guess that's the moral of that. And also, dot all your I's and cross all your T's before you get things done. So if I had done that, I wouldn't have had to go see that man again. That's all for that story. And yeah, so yeah, that's my first story time. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff if you want. And if you want to hear or see anything else from me, let me know down below. And I hope you're all having a good day, night, week, weekend, or wherever you're on the world. Hope it's treating you well. And yeah, I'm gonna go. Thank you. Bye.